Bombay, are you in for a treat today? Now, you'd be hard pushed to find a camper van that doesn't have a little stash of pot noodles hidden in the back of a cupboard for like a hunger related emergency. And whilst they definitely have their place, especially when camping, they're a bit, you know, like, they're a bit pot noodly. So in today's video, we're going to level up your pot noodle game. And if we haven't met before, then hey, how's it going? My name's Jane Sarche and I actually write recipes for a living, and I'm actually a member of the Guild of Food Writers. And I'm not entirely sure how they'd feel about me pimping pot noodles on YouTube. So if we could please keep that between ourselves, I think that might be a good move. Okay, ready? Let's go. Okay, first up we have the Bombay Not So Bad Boy. And it's the first time I actually tried this pot noodle, and honestly I actually quite liked it. I thought we'd add some colour, some nutrition, and yes, just a little more flavour. So we're going to start off with the Bombay Bad Boy. We've got some cashew nuts, some spring onions, some rocket or arugula, depending where in the world you are. We've got some sesame seeds and some sriracha. So we're going to start by taking out the little sachet. I think that one, yes, that's hot sauce. We're going to add in some of the cashews, some of the spring onions, and then the rocket or arugula. We're going to chop it up just so it makes it easier to kind of eat, I guess, and then ram that pot full of greens. As soon as you put hot water on top of that greenery, it's just going to go flat and disappear. So you can really put a lot in. The more the merrier. This is where you're getting your nutrients, so don't skimp on the green stuff. And then we're going to do the hot watery thing, the lid thing, and the waiting thing. And then at half time, we're going to give it all a good stir. Add in their little sachet of hot sauce. I didn't taste the sauce on its own, and I wish I had. I don't know how hot that hot sauce actually is, but obviously we've got sriracha. We can lift up those levels of heat. Again, give it all a good stir, pop the lid back on, and then I'm going to chop up some more rocket, because why not? And I'm popping it in the bottom of the bowl. And then when those noodles are ready, we're going to tip them all over, and that's going to wilt the rocket that's in the bottom as well. I just wanted to get a load of greens in this one, so forgive me. Then I topped it with some more of the cashews, a little sprinkle of sesame seeds, and some sriracha. And this was really good. I mean, I did quite like it originally, but yeah, with all of this in, just beautiful. Okay, next up we have our Taste of Summer noodles. I was struggling for a name for this one, forgive me. Let's start off with the beef and tomato pot noodle. We've also got some sun-dried tomatoes in oil, and make sure you get the ones in oil. Although it's a little bit messy, they're obviously soft and kind of ready to eat. If you get the dried ones in a packet, you can use those by all means. You'll just make sure that you boil the kettle first and leave them to soak for a few minutes in hot water so that they soften. If you put a dried tomato in this, even if you chop it up, it's probably not going to be fully rehydrated just from the pot noodle cooking time. So bear that in mind. So, sun-dried tomatoes in oil. We've also got a can of sweet corn, a jar of pesto, some pine nuts, and some fresh basil. Okay, so let's kick off. Let's take the sachet out, and we're going to start off with about a heaped teaspoon of pesto, a couple of heaped teaspoons of sweet corn. I'm going to add in a couple of sun-dried tomatoes. Add as many as you like. They are delicious. But I just want to chop them up first, so just they're in nice little bite-sized pieces, and you also get the flavour kind of going throughout the whole of the noodles. Then we're going to do the hot watery thing, the liddy thing, and the waiting thing. Then at half time, give it a little stir, add in your little ketchup sachet, and then when it comes time to eat, grab some of your fresh basil leaves, just rip them up into the bottom of your bowl. Now I'm pouring all of my pot noodles into bowls purely for this video. There is no freaking way I would cause that much washing up if I wasn't making this video, so please don't think you have to do that. So I would just kind of stir these basil leaves through the pot noodle, not put them in a bowl. Then we're going to pour our noodles over those basil leaves, scrape it all out, give it a good stir, and again those basil leaves will just wilt just like the rocket did in the first recipe. Top with another little bit of basil and a little sprinkle of pine nuts, and there it is. Really, really, really yummy. However, may I now introduce you to my top freaking favourite. This is so good. I'd really like to eat it again right now, please. Thank you very much. So we got the chicken satay noodles. They don't look like much at all. They look really pants, actually. And if it wasn't for all that greenery over the top, they'd look even worse. But bear with. Just you wait and see what we do to these noodles. So we're going to start off with a chicken and mushroom pot noodle for this one. We've got some Thai green curry paste. Do not use a sauce. Actually, in my opinion, never buy a curry sauce. Always go for a curry paste. It's a much more condensed flavour. You can add the wet stuff in. When you buy a jar of sauce, you're just paying for a lot of water and diluted flavour. So don't do that. Get curry pastes. I'm using Thai green curry. You could use any curry you like. Malaysian, Indian, whatever you fancy. We've also got some fresh coriander, because would this even be a Hedgecombers video without coriander in? No, I don't think it would. We got some peanut butter. I happen to be sporting a jar of smooth, but crunchy would work just as well. I've got some soy sauce, and I've also got some coconut milk powder. I am so excited to finally have found a coconut milk powder here in the UK that's not cut with dairy milk. Most coconut milks have milk, like cow's milk in them, so I can't consume them. I'm lactose intolerant. So I'm very, very excited to have found this one. I'll drop a link to it down below if anyone else is in the same situation. Not affiliated in any way with them. I'm just really delighted to have found a pure coconut milk powder. Okay, let's noodle this up. So we're going to do the lid thing, the sachet thing, and at this point I realised that this pot actually comes with a sachet of soy sauce. Because I've already poured mine out into a bowl and I am a soy sauce snob, I'm going to use mine, but feel free to use the sachet that comes with it. And I also decide to spill the contents of my pot noodle on the work surface because we're keeping it real as usual. Okay, to this pot we are going to add about a heaped teaspoon of the curry paste, about a heaped teaspoon of coconut milk powder, and that's going to bring a creaminess into the pot noodle, but it's also going to thicken it up. Wait till you see how silky and stodgy and delicious this one gets. Oh, can you tell I'm excited? Okay, next up, a walloping great big teaspoon of peanut butter. I think maybe I went a little bit overboard with the peanut butter, but feel free, it's delicious. Okay, now the hot watery thing, the liddy thing, the weighty thing. Give it all a good stir at half time. Add in some of your coriander if you're using it and your soy sauce. Another stir, pop the lid back on, and then, are you ready for this? Your tummy's about to rumble, I promise. Look how creamy and delectable that looks. Oh my goodness. This was so good. So good. And I'm just going to top it with a bit more coriander because I can. Thank you, friends. Thank you. You need to try that one. You definitely need to try that one. Now that's it, folks. I really hope you enjoyed this video nearly as much as I did. And for those that don't know, there's actually a free little digital cookbook available to you right now as a little welcome gift if you sign up to my newsletter. I'll pop a link down in the box below. And if there's another camping staple that you'd like to see me pimp, then please drop me a comment down below too. This could be a fun little series. All right, you beauties, I am out of here. Thank you for hanging out with me today. As always, please stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll catch up with you in the next one. Adios.